Hello board game brothers and sisters, and welcome to another episode where I'll be letting you know of Kickstarters launching this week. I'm actually filming this one a little bit early this week because I'm going up north on a canoe trip, so make sure to check the description below because I'll put a link to my Reddit post, which I'll update as soon as I get back in case there are any games that I might have missed. First things first, let's draw a winner for last week's contest, and this was for Cryptid Nation. And Cryptid Nation is a trading card game that focuses on different cryptids. This first set is specifically focused on cryptids from the USA. And something else that makes this trading card game a little bit different is that the cryptids' powers are going to be affected by the environment that you're playing in. So if it's raining or snowing outside, or if you're by a fire or by the woods, these are all different things that are going to affect the powers of your cryptids. All you had to do to enter the contest was leave a comment with the hashtag #MetaZoo and let us all know of a cryptid that you think is just too cool not to exist. So I use this application to draw a winner, and we have a few extra entries for the different Patreon levels, so let's go ahead and draw those comments and see who the winner is. And we have 𝗚𝗺𝗲𝗟𝗀, and he says, Donald's hair, it's a weird symbiotic relationship. Well, that's absolutely terrifying. Congratulations, Harvey. Make sure to send me an email at adam@shelfclutter.com and we'll get this all sorted out for you. If you didn't win this week, don't feel bad because I just posted another video for a really awesome giveaway where you can win a Wyrmwood table or a BoxThrone shelf. I'll leave a link to that up here, and you'll definitely want to check that out to see how to enter. And with that said, let's check out the Kickstarters. And the first campaign I have for you releases on the 24th, and it's called Biblios and Dr. Finn's 2021 games. And this is going to include Biblios, Quill, and Parchment, Nanga Parbat, Mining Colony, and Butterfly Garden 2nd edition. Biblios plays 1 to 4 players and takes about 30 to 40 minutes to play. And in this game, you're going to copy manuscripts, pray in a chapel, and send your novice to do good works. Biblios, Quill, and Parchment is a roll and write variant of the game Biblios. This includes 2 double-side tasks and monastery cards, providing 4 different game combinations, plus a solo mode. Nanga Parbat is a 2-player game that takes about 20 to 30 minutes to play. And in this game, you're a member of the Sherpa community. You're going to have to hike the mountain, trap animals, and build base camps for expedition. This game has quite a bit of player interaction, and your decisions are going to greatly impact the choices that your opponent has. At its core, this is an abstract game that features set collection, area control, and special powers. And then we have Mining Colony, which plays 1 to 4 players and takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. In this game, players are going to be mining for resources on a nearby planet to send them back to your home world. This game uses simultaneous action selection, so there's very little downtime. And if you like placement games with puzzle-like problems to solve, this might be a game for you. And then finally, we have Butterfly Garden, which plays 2 to 5 players. It takes about 30 minutes to play. And in this game, players are going to help save endangered butterflies in the Butterfly Garden. This game is a revision of the original game with the same name. This version has all new artwork with minor changes to the rules, but the changes are going to streamline and speed up the gameplay. This game includes set collection, card drafting, hand management, and simultaneous action selection. And this one's going to be my pick of the week, and the reason I'm picking this one is for a few reasons, and it's quite a lot different than the picks I've made in the past. So aside from Butterfly Garden, which was already released, these games don't really have many ratings in BGG, so I can't really say too much about the playtesting, but the overview pages of each of these games are written really well, and they really give you a good idea of what these games play like. And the gameplay does look good on these, but there's really 2 reasons that I'm making this my pick of the week. So the first reason is that all these games look very different from each other. You're getting quite a variety of gameplay mechanisms, and you even have a variety of player counts as well. A nice bonus is that the artwork looks really nice, and it also doesn't have intimidating playing times. I think if you're just starting out your collection, this would be a really great option because it's going to get you a lot of different experiences in a single package. And the other reason I'm making this my pick of the week is less because of gameplay and more because I'm interested in how campaigns like this go, where they're offering a few different games in a single campaign. I really do think taking this approach is a great idea because a lot of the time smaller games like these just don't really make sense to be on Kickstarter. Smaller games normally have less incentive to buy on Kickstarter rather than just waiting for the retail release. And the shipping for smaller games can sometimes cost just as much as the game itself. I really do think this can solve both problems because you can offer a lot more incentive when you bundle games together, and also you can distribute that shipping altogether. So I really do think that this campaign is going to have the opportunity to offer a lot more value to its backers rather than if all these games were split up and offered as their own individual Kickstarters. And I think because of this might be something that we start to see more and more on Kickstarter. And then on the 25th, we have the Deck of Wonders, and this plays 1 to 2 players and takes about 10 to 30 minutes to play. At the start of the game, you're going to choose a villain to go up against, and you're going to add their cards with your cards and make a single deck. On each turn, a card's going to get drawn from the deck, and each card has 2 halves. 1 half that gets activated if it's the villain's turn, and 1 half that gets activated if it's your turn. You're going to be building your deck and unlocking new cards as you defeat villains and discover new legacy decks to permanently affect your collection. At certain points in the game, you'll even get to make choices to decide which cards get upgraded permanently with special abilities. Also on the 25th, we have Defection, and this plays 2 to 4 players and takes about 90 to 150 minutes to play. And this is a space exploration game that takes place in a deep and developed sci-fi universe. In this game, you're a captain from a war-torn world who's defecting from the army in favor of rescuing civilians and bringing them to a safer world. This game incorporates pick up and deliver, ship customization, space exploration, and dice combat. Also on the 25th, we have Galaxy Hunters by IDW Games, and this plays 2 to 4 players and takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. And in this game, players are mercenaries hired to take out mutants from across the land. To do this, players are going to be piloting their very own mech. Using pilots with different mechs uses a combo system to change the different abilities and powers that mech unlocks. You'll also be able to upgrade your mechs with the different resources you find throughout the game. This game incorporates set collection and worker placement. Also on the 25th, we have Dungeons & Lasers 2, which has all sorts of terrain for your tabletop miniature games. This is going to have some different themes, and you'll be able to build different dungeons using walls and floors. These are all going to clip together, and there's no glue required. This campaign is going to feature some really cool dragon miniatures as well, and there is a first 48-hour bonus for those who back this campaign right away. Also on the 25th, we have Antematter, and this plays 3 to 6 players and takes about 45 to 120 minutes to play. In this game, each player is going to take command of their very own crew of spacefarers. This aims to blend aspects of the classic Texas Hold'em with strategy gaming. Players are going to choose one of 6 crews to command, and each crew has its very own deck. Each round is divided into a loot and a poker phase. During the loot phase, players are going to maneuver their ships around the board, trying to salvage cargo along the way. Once everyone has moved, players are then going to have the opportunity to gamble what they've gained amongst each other in order to take home the winnings for themselves. First player to 4,000 credits wins the game. And the last game I have for you is called 𝗚𝗺 of the Dead, and this plays 2 to 5 players and takes about 30 to 50 minutes to play. And this one definitely has the most interesting table presence of the bunch. There's some really cool components in here with some really fun art, and there's even this little staircase here that holds all the different dice throughout the game. And in 𝗚𝗺 of the Dead, players are taking on the roles of friendly spirits who are guiding souls back to the land of the living. To do this, players are going to manipulate and roll caskets containing dice that represent souls. You'll have a few resources to help you, but you're going to need a little bit of luck. I'm really interested to see some more on this game, but the first player to guide 9 souls wins the game. Thanks for watching, that's all I have for you this week. Until next time, keep that shelf cluttered and the table full.